When you put that flash on, is the makeup still good? So today I wanted to do a holiday soft glam look because Christmas is approaching and it's just the vibes. I've already got on my little Christmas sweater, my matching headband, and I want a makeup look to give glam but soft glam and like holiday vibes. So I already did my eyebrows off camera, so now I'm just going to line them with some concealer. So I'm using the Bobbi Brown Skin Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Warm Almond. And I'm gonna line my brows and then also take this like all over my lid so I can prime my eyes for eyeshadow. And I use several brushes for this just so I can like make sure it's evenly distributed everywhere. So first I use this like flat kind of concealer brush. I'm also not a big like eyebrow waxing or threading girl because I don't have that much. I don't really have the eyebrows for that, to be quite honest with you. My eyebrows are not thick enough for all of that, so I don't really do that. But I do use the concealer to kind of go over the like little bitty hairs that I do have that are like out of line, and so it covers them up for me. Then I use this other brush. I don't know what kind of brush this is, girl. I don't know what you call this, but just so I can make sure the concealer is all over my eye, making sure that I got it everywhere. And then I'm also going to set it. Just gonna take the Easy Bake by Huda Beauty in the shade Cinnamon Bun. And I don't even know if they still use this shade or have this shade. I'm noticing that a lot of makeup brands are like doing away with certain shades, and I want to know what's up with that. Is it because like not enough people are buying that shade, or why? Because I also noticed that NARS did away with the shade Bellum, which is my shade, in the light reflecting foundation. Like I went to Sephora online to re-up, girl, and they don't even have Bellum as a shade anymore.
Out of pocket for that shit.
So it's like, one, why are we doing that?
What do you gain from that?
And two, can we send out some sort of notification that this is gonna happen, that our shades are being discontinued? And three, can you also tell me what other shade I'm supposed to use since you're not gonna have my shade no more? Can you tell me what is the new shade of Bellum since we don't have Bellum? Like, I need more communication. That's what I need. So for this holiday look, I wanted to do red. I wanted to do red, but I felt like it was gonna give too much red. I got the red shirt on, red headband on, nails are red. I feel like it's gonna, and I'm doing a red lip. So I feel like maybe the red was gonna be overpowering. So we're gonna do the next closest thing to red is we're gonna give a good burgundy moment, okay? But I'm going to start with the browns as my base. As my transition shade, I always use a brown. Why? I really think it's just habit, because the colors I'm finna use are finna be darker than this brown anyways, but also because it just gives something to work with when I'm trying to blend everything, so it just doesn't look like boom, burgundy on the eye. It like gradually goes from this nice highlight shade to the brown transition shade down to the dark burgundy. You know what I mean? It's gonna work its way rather than being bam in your face, you know? So that's the mindset behind that. So I'm going in, this is the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I'm using the only brown shade on that palette, and I'm just taking that all over my crease using windshield wiper motions, not pressing too hard with the brush or anything like that. And when I'm doing this, as you can see, I'm avoiding the brow bone because I want that color to stay like that concealer. I want it to stay highlighted. So I don't want to cover that up with this darker brown shade. The crazy thing is I was up at like midnight last night doing this look. I actually did 3 different looks on my eye just to see what it was gonna look like. And you know you deep in the game when you've already washed your face and you just got to see what this eye look is gonna look like. So girl, I really got up and did my eyes only just so I could see what the look looked like. And I was gonna go green and then I was gonna go gold, but I'm like, girl, you always do gold. I'm always doing like a gold or like a shimmery brown, a shimmery orange. That's kind of like my staple colors when it comes to eyeshadow. And then the green, it just was like so I didn't want to do that. So I decided on a burgundy moment, I really was gonna do the red, but the closest thing I had to that is this deep burgundy. It's called Dashiki. And then this kind of like shimmery burgundy color, and it's called Jollof in the Culture 2 palette from Juvia's Place. Love Juvia's Place palettes, love the color shades. Yeah, so we're gonna go into this deep burgundy, but I'm gonna try to be light with it because it's very pigmented, and so I don't want to get the lid too dark too fast because I'm still trying to build that up. And so I'm just going a little bit lower than, you know, all up in here, going lower. And I'm using light pressure, also a light amount of color, so it's not too harsh, you know what I mean? And then just blend. You can always add more color, but girl, you cannot take it away. Okay, see this eye compared to this eye. And I'm just using this like angled eyeshadow brush for it, and I'm really kind of like letting the brush do all the work, to be quite honest with you. Still not trying to take it up too high, blending the burgundy and the brown together. We are doing a shimmer lid with this look, and I like going underneath my shimmers with like the same shade, but like I guess a matte, I guess you would call it matte, a flat color that's the same color. So it's like the burgundy is shimmery and then the burgundy is flat. So when I put the shimmery burgundy on top, it's gonna make that shimmer jump out, and it's gonna give like, is this one eyeshadow or is this 2 eyeshadows? How did she do this? Ooh, and it's saying that. That's what we're gonna give. Okay, I don't use tape when I'm doing my eyeshadow because when I'm done, I'm just gonna clean that up, or when I'm doing my makeup, the concealer's gonna cover that. And I do my eyes before I do the rest of my face because eyeshadow can fall out because it's powder, it's glitter, and it can fall up all up under here and everything, and you can't take that off once your makeup is already done. So I would advise you do your eyes first. That's just how I do everything. I do eyes first because I don't gotta mess up my makeup trying to fix something if I need to fix something. So I'm gonna go into, let's see, hold on. Let me swatch it first. No, that ain't gonna cut it.
It's not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna go into this, this is the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. And I'm gonna go into this color here. And I'm only gonna put that right here on the, like the outer corners. And I'm only gonna put that, and I'm very light, because when it comes to like black and dark colors like this with eyeshadow, you can't take that shit back. Excuse my language, but you can't take it back. And I'm just doing that very lightly, very lightly. And then I'm gonna go back in with that brush that I use for the burgundy and blend it out, because we just want it to be a little darker in the corners, not harsh. You can barely see it, but you can see it. Only on the outer corner, build up. That's how you get things to look more blended and more soft as you work up to it. You can't just go in like that. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. And so also concentrating that on that outer corners, it gives my eyes like lift.
Bitch, I see what you did there.
Like, you know what I'm saying? As if I had on some wing lashes or if I did a wing liner, because I'm probably not gonna do a wing liner and I haven't really decided on what we're gonna do about some lashes.
I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna go.
But I already kind of want to have that cat eye vibe to the eyes. Now for my favorite part, the shimmer, okay? When I tell you, if I could only do one style of eyeshadow ever in life and never do anything else, it would be all shimmers. I wouldn't use anything else, honey. So now we're gonna go into Jollof, and I'm gonna take that, and I'm actually gonna be quite not heavy-handed, but I really want the glitter to pop. So girl, we're gonna get it on the brush, okay? We're gonna do a good amount on the brush. So this is Jollof, and we're just gonna put that on the lid. The lid. And so I'm using this small brush. This could even be used as like a I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this could even be used as like a concealer brush because it's very small, it's very precise. It gets the color exactly where you want to put it. So I'm just placing that right on the lid. And for this, you see me doing like wiping motions with the other colors. For this, we gonna pat it, pat it, pat it, pat it, pat it. That's how we build the shimmer, is we pat it. And you see I'm not taking it all up in here to where I did the black and the darker burgundy, you know, where it's real smoky. I'm not gonna go all the way over there. And we're just gonna keep building till we get the pop that we're looking for. And you see what I mean by fallout? I already have glitter all up under here. So imagine if you, which I like an inner corner highlight. This, I don't mind that because I wear my eyeshadow like that anyways. But if you don't, and you had already did your concealer, girl, you can't take that off. So it's just better to do your eyes before you do the rest of your face, especially if you're an eyeshadow girl. Perfection. Perfection. And in my opinion, the thing with eyeshadow is, personally, I feel like as long as your eyes match, girl, it don't matter what you do. When you look at like editorial eye looks or runway eye looks, it looked like they just took some color and went like this. They took a brush just and sent the girl out there, and it gives what it needs to give for the outfit. As long as both your eyes look the same, I promise you, you in the ballpark. You're in the game, you're good. I promise you. I promise you. So I think we have enough glitter, but girl, leave it up to me. We will be here all day trying to pack on this color. I am a glitteraholic. Glitteraholic, which I don't know. This is what we got. This is what we are giving. You see the magic. You see it. You see it. Okay, so now that we are done with that, I still have not decided if I'm going to do lashes with this. These just like curl too hard for me, and they're too thick. I like to be able to see my eyeshadow through my lashes. This is, y'all, this is so pretty. Yeah, I love this. I love this look. I don't know, my spirit is telling me I don't know about this liner. So let's just go into the face. So I'm going in with the Sephora Smooth and Blur Primer. I swear by this stuff. I'm just gonna put it all over my face, especially my cheeks and by my nose. Okay. And let that soak in for a second while I decide what foundation I'm gonna use for this. I really want to use my NARS light reflecting foundation. It is my favorite foundation at the moment, but the way that, girl, I ain't gonna get no more Bellum, I be feeling like I gotta hold on to these last few drops, and I can't use this makeup by Mario because I don't know if you can tell, but this is my summer shade. So if you are a NARS light reflecting foundation girly and you was in the shade Bellum and you had to find you another shade, what shade is it gonna be? I need something, girl. This is one of my favorite foundations. This stuff is like skin in a bottle, and it just gives the perfect finish. R.I.P. Bellum. Okay, R.I.P. girl. Put a couple drops of foundation on your brush. Get it all on now. Use another half a drop. You're gonna get more out of your foundation. You're gonna get more out your look by actually putting the stuff on the brush, okay? You gotta put it on the brush, meaning you gotta use more product. You see what I'm saying about the color match and everything? Like what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do if I can't use Bellum? As you can see, I don't put it under my eyes because I'm gonna put concealer under my eyes. I don't want to use too much product right up under my eyes, especially in the under eye folds area, because your eyes will spit that product out, meaning your under eye folds will like look all separated, and like if you look in between the crease of the separation, it's like a little dip of concealer stuck up in there because it's trying to push it out. So I avoid my under eyes. And some people also kind of let their foundation sit a little bit before they blend it in. I haven't actually tried that. We're gonna try that next time. We're gonna put it on the face and let it sit like we kind of do a concealer, and then blend it in and see if we get a difference, you know? Now going back in with the Bobbi Brown Skin Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Warm Almond. Gonna do a little bit on the forehead. I'm not gonna put any on my nose because I'm probably gonna cover that up with bronzer. And I'm just going to do my chin. And we're going to let that do its thing before we blend it in. And in the meantime, we're going to take the Fenty matchstick, and I'm in the shade Espresso, and I just use this across my forehead and right on my cheekbone, right beneath my concealer, just like that. Go on the cheekbone, because when you start to blend, it's gonna drop downwards and it's gonna catch the hollows of your cheekbone. But if you put it in the hollows of your cheekbone, you start to blend, it's gonna drop down. It's gonna kind of make your face droop a little bit. So if we put it above, we can stop it from drooping too much and keep everything more lifted. So now I'm going to use this like flat brush to start blending that in back towards my hairline. And even though it's like a contour, for me it kind of pulls like a bronzer. I don't really contour because I have a round face, and my face isn't too angular. It's not really anything to contour, to be quite honest. And I find like I like a more softer look just to my face in general because I have a soft round face. So we're gonna work with what we got.
I'll do the best I can with what I got.
So I'm just blending this back up into my hairline. Why I go back and forth like this on both sides of my face, I don't have an answer for that.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
Yeah, so still letting my concealer sit a little bit. So I got this shirt. This is like super random why I want to talk about this, girl. I don't know. Me and my grandma was hanging out yesterday because I had to take her somewhere, and then afterwards we went to like all the stores, girl. We went shopping, and I got this shirt. This shirt was $6.99, and I feel like I got it at Ross. I either got it at Ross or Marshall's. I got it at Ross. Yeah, I got it at Ross. And I typically am not the in-person shopping kind of girl. I don't like it. I prefer to shop online. One, because I can see the way things look on a human if I shop online, and I can't tell what stuff look like when it's just on a hanger. And I don't like having to look through clothes. I don't like having to do that. Girl, if you get me a iced matcha, I'll go anywhere with you. If you get me an iced matcha, girl, we can go wherever you want to go. That will pacify me. Blending out the concealer on my forehead and my chin and now my under eyes. And you want to be real light and gentle with this. And I love this brush. You see how like quickly it like that line be gone, and I ain't barely did nothing. Let your brushes do the work, girl. Especially when it comes to concealer, because you don't want to press too hard anyway. Boom. Blend it out. Still highlight it. Yeah. Love this brush. And I'm not taking it all the way up into the corner because as you can see, I still got that like inner corner highlight from the eyeshadow, and I'm gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that right there. blend it out. And I am not necessarily a baking kind of girl. I don't really do the baking thing because I have dry skin, and too much powdery products on dry skin does not give cute. It just doesn't. So what I do is I do a pressed powder, the Easy Bake and Snatch by Huda Beauty in the shade Cinnamon Bun. And also with this shade, I haven't seen it on Sephora, so I don't know if they still got this shade or they don't. But I just pat that a little bit right up under the eye. Not too much, and you really don't need too much of this product because it does like what it says it's gonna do. Look at this eye and look at this eye. Like, it snatched it. Shine gone. It's mattified. It's blurred. So you really don't gotta do all that unless you want that super snatched, highlighted, bright under eye, which I don't really do. I find that I think it's because of my skin tone. It just looks ashy on me. So I don't ever really do that. Boom. Then I'm going to set my entire face with this Chanel pressed powder. It's called, what is it called, girl? Les Beiges, girl. I don't know, girl. I don't know what it's called, but I'm in the shade BD121. That's what it says on there. And so I use this to set my entire face. And this, when I say blurs, smooths, blurs, all the above, and it's gonna like go into anywhere where you might have had like harsh lines still, or you didn't blend all the way. It's just makes everything melt all together. Finishing your face with a pressed powder that's like skin tone all over the face is gonna give you like that flawless airbrush look. It just makes everything look seamless. It's just perfect, except for my under eyes. I do not take this under my under eyes. It just blends all of the sections of your face together. And now for my favorite part, we are going to go in with the Pat McGrath blush in the shade Paradise Venus. This is gonna be like a good color for the vibes we're doing today with the red and the holiday and all of that good stuff. So I'm just gonna take the blush right on the highest point of my cheekbones. This also gives like more lift to the face. And if you have a round face, it's a good place to put your blush. I'm going not heavy, but kind of heavy today because we want to give holiday. We want to give festive.
Merry Christmas
and whatnots. And I love this blush because it's like buildable. You know what I mean? It's not too like in your face, but you can build it up to that because you definitely want to be able to see it. But it's not one of those blushes like when as soon as you put it on, it's overpowering. Gonna go across the nose too. Why not? This is Rudolph season. Why not give it? Yeah. Let's see. And I'm gonna actually go back in with that powder puff that has that Chanel powder on it, just to make sure it's blended there too. So now setting spray. Now it's time for setting spray, and this is the Sephora setting spray. It says 16-hour wear, transfer proof, sweat and humidity resistant, and it has ginseng extract in it. Good stuff. And I'm gonna like drench my face in it. Okay, so allowing that to dry down. And now I'm going to go in with some eyeliner for my waterline. And this is just an e.l.f. pencil smoky coal eyeliner. Okay, super intense, super in your face. Love it. Now I'm also going to take a really tiny brush And I'm gonna add some more of the glitter to my inner corners because I blended some of it away. Now for the lashes. Let's see. So first I'm going to put on some mascara to give my eyelashes a bit of a lift and to see if that's all I want to do. But I use this L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara, and I'm running low on her. These are the Eye Envy lashes, and I think I'm just going to do a few of them. I'm looking at these and I can't tell if these is even any longer than my actual lashes. So we're just gonna see, because it looked like we might as well just wear my lashes at this point. Also, I want to talk to the people who be putting the lashes on these little plastic things. Girl, use something else. This glue y'all be using make it hard to pull the lashes off, and you be ruining half of them before you can even use them. Girl, I don't think this even gonna be worth my time. Look how little this is. Look at my natural lashes. Hold on, you can kind of see from the side. Look how far they stick out. Girl, this not gonna do nothing for me. Hell no.
Get the fuck out of here.
Literally the same exact length as my lash. And maybe that's why I never wore them, because I felt like, what would be the point anyways? We might just have to rock it out like this, you know. But sometimes when you do a look, you want to give, you know what I'm saying? The whole point of a look is drama. Y'all are doing the look as I'm doing the look, okay? As you can see, girl, I didn't come on here with a plan.
Yes, we have concepts of a plan.
I had concepts of a plan. So we have decided no lashes. So I'm just gonna add some more mascara, add some mascara to my bottom lashes, and then we're gonna carry on, girl, because we done spent 25 minutes. That's another thing. If you ever feel like wearing mascara just doesn't work for you, like wearing your natural lashes doesn't work for you because mascara don't do nothing, you gotta put on a few coats and you let the coats dry in between. So now I'm gonna go in with this Sephora liquid lipstick, and I'm going to use this as a lip liner. Blend that out a bit. Now I'm also going to go in with this L'Oreal Paris lipstick in the shade 300. I'm going to use this in the inside. And this is nice. This is, you know what I'm saying, this is holiday, this is festive, this is, you know, but we want to take it up a notch. So I have this Revlon super lustrous gloss, and girl, when I tell you, and this is in the shade 240 Fatal Apple, this was so cheap during the Ulta Black Friday sale, because I'm guessing don't nobody want this one, don't nobody want this color. What made me get this color was like, girl, I could do some things with that color. Watch what I'm gonna do. Watch where this gloss takes this look. Look at that red. It literally intensified the red. Yeah. It definitely took the lip up a notch. It's giving wet, it's giving glossy, it's giving red. The only thing that I'm disappointed about with this look is obviously not being able to have on my lashes, but other than that, this is her, this is she, this is Holiday Soft Glam. One thing I always try to remember is that there are literally no rules to makeup. Girl, it's literally colors, it's literally coloring. Like if you was a kid and you wanted to color an elephant blue, you could do that, because it's just, it's coloring, it's creativity, it's art. There literally are no rules. There's guidelines, but there's absolutely no rules. Love the look. Hope you love the look, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with a girl who needs some inspiration for some holiday makeup this year. Bye.